friends, and welcome back to Rugged Mountain Homestead. If you're new here, my name is Sarah, and I thank you for stopping by and popping in to see what we got in our Azure order this month. Before we get into the Azure order, I wanted to say a quick thank you to everyone who reached out to us through comments on the channel, emails, text messages, things like that after our last video, and just the things that we've been going through and grieving the loss of our friend. Thank you. It gave us a needed lift up, a hand up, and we're very grateful to each and every one of you. So thank you from the bottom of our heart. And like I said, we have our Azure order today. So let's go ahead and see what's in that for this month. I normally don't have large orders in the summertime, and this one felt larger than usual. But then I realized as I'm unpacking, I was like, this isn't really that large. And then I realized that out in the building, we have 3 bags of chicken feed and a bag of alfalfa pellets. So that makes it seem a little larger. I felt really lucky to get these. This is a 20-pound box of organic peaches. I'm really happy to have these. They were $31.50 for this 20-pound box, making them $1.58 a pound. I feel really lucky because we have local Palisade peaches here, and they're $50 a box. So I'm really happy to have these. I'm going to start working on them tomorrow, and if I feel up to it, I might blanch and peel these tonight, but we'll see. But main thing I'm thinking about doing is peach barbecue sauce, which we really loved. I want to make a peach cake that we really enjoyed, and then I'll do sliced peaches in a very light simple syrup. Over here we have a 1-pound bag of garlic, organic garlic, and it was $8.95. These look really nice. They're large bulbs here. I'm using these for planting. I'll be planting garlic bulbs, gosh, I was going to say next month, but tomorrow is next month. In September, I'll plant them, and then they should be ready, I'm hoping, by June, July-ish. So we'll see. I've never planted garlic here before, but I'm anxious to get that planted and see what happens. This is a 3-pound jar of the wildflower honey. It was $12.89, which is an amazing price for honey, making it $4.30 a pound. Also, what's nice about these, very carefully here, is that they come to us in the Azure canning jars. So this is a 1-quart jar, which I'll be able to reuse once the honey is gone. This is a 1-pound bag of the apple juice infused cranberries. These are really good, and they're moist like raisins. They're not really dry. It was $10.05 for this 1-pound bag. I use these almost strictly for Dean's oatmeal for the mornings, but I also have grabbed them, you know, a handful here and there just to snack on. They are really sweet. They're really good. I like them a lot. He does too, because normally I don't get snacks like this in him, but I put it in his oatmeal, and he's always said, you know, it's really good. So then I have a 5-pound bag of the flame raisins, $13.67 for a 5-pound bag, making them $2.73 a pound. And these I will use some for baking, but the majority of them do go into Dean's oatmeal. This is a 5-pound bag of pumpkin seeds. Normally I wouldn't buy a 5-pound bag of pumpkin seeds. They are a little pricey, but pumpkin seeds always seem to be. They were $31.96 for this 5-pound bag, making them $6.39 a pound, which is really about how much they are. These are organic, dry roasted, and salted. These are a great snack. They're great for fiber, and I've also learned that giving some to the dogs from time to time helps them not to get worms. So we're going to share them a little bit. That's why I got a bigger bag this time. So we're going to share those with the dogs, and that's that. I have 3 tubes here of the tea tree oil whitening toothpaste. I do get this regularly, and I didn't really need it yet. I have a new tube open and one underneath the counter, but I couldn't beat this price. $11.89 for all 3 of these. These are 6.25 ounce tubes, so that makes them $3.96 each. So they are fluoride free, SLS free, gluten free, all those good things. The things that I worry about are not in here. So I was really happy to see that. Usually these tubes are more like $5 each. So great deal. This is a little bit, I guess it's a spendy item to me. It kind of is. It is, I've heard a lot about this brand, but it's the Portland Worcestershire sauce. I have some. I'm very low on it. And it was an 18-ounce bottle, and it's lasted us quite a bit of time. These are 8-ounce bottles, and I can't remember what I paid for that 18-ounce bottle. It's been that long. So I have 3 bottles here, which will last us even longer than the other one, since that's 24 ounces. But this was, for all 3 of these, it was $14.98, making them $4.99 each. So I don't know, and I've heard a lot about this, so I wanted to try it. And I just felt like that was a little spendy, but like I said, I don't know much about it, and we're going to try it, and I won't need it for a really long time. Our favorite cheese here, the Sierra Nevada Grazier's grass-fed raw sharp cheddar. This is a really nice cheddar cheese. It's a 5-pound brick. It was $42.57, making that $8.51 a pound. That is really good for raw sharp cheddar, and we will go through this month. I didn't get 2. It is cheaper to get 2. I just didn't want to, spend it, but this will be good. So this will take us to next month. I love books, and I was really excited for this one. This is written by Melissa Norris. She has a YouTube channel, and she does a lot of speaking engagements, things like that. Anyway, this was written by her. It's a garden planner. I'm really anxious to look through it. I need one of these because I've been writing notes down in 2 different little notepads, and by next year, who knows. But having to pull all that together, I was just glad to get this. It has a lot of helpful, I've looked through it just really quick. It has a lot of helpful information about different things growing for different growing zones. It has like a planner area, calendar type thing, just all for the garden. But it was up here, yeah. It tells you a little bit about, each of the plants and about crop rotation. Like I said, it's just, I just looked through it really briefly, but I will spend time with that tonight. This book retails for $16.99, but I got it through Azure for $11.78, and that's a good deal for a book. My lip balms, my standby Dr. Bronner's, is $3.65 a tube, but I'm always looking to try something new, and also if it's less expensive. So I'm trying this Singing Dog Organic Vanilla Mint Lip Balm. It was $2.58. So let's see if I like it as well as the Dr. Bronner's. It has everything, all the good stuff in it, nothing that I have to worry about. So we'll see. Now down here I have some different spices, herbs, things like that. First being garlic. This is a 1 pound bag of garlic. The garlic granules, they're a little bit larger. They're more coarse than garlic powder. Think about it in the way of like sea salt. It's kind of like that. Not quite as large, but it is coarse. It's like a finer sea salt. We love this. Licorice root. This is a 4 ounce bag, but this will be plenty. I've learned not to buy, everything in 1 pound bags. I'm learning to what I can and cannot buy in 1 pound bags. I've bought parsley and bay leaves in 1 pound bags like 3 and 4 years ago, and I still have it. So this is licorice root. It was $3.82. Then I have milk thistle seed. These are whole. We do have milk thistle growing around here. It grows wild, and I missed out on harvesting any of it this year, so I went ahead and bought some, but next year I will definitely be harvesting it. This is another 4 ounce bag, and it was $5.92. And this is dandelion leaf. Dandelions are wonderful, even though everybody says they're a weed. They are, but don't kill them. They're good for so many things, from the flower down to the root. This is a 4 ounce bag. It was $4.85. Dandelion leaf and milk thistle together is very, very good for liver protection, liver cleansing, things like that. But I have a new book, and I'm working on some homemade things. I will share more of that later, but that is why I have these 3 here. And last but not least, I have a 25 pound bag of organic cane sugar. It was $31.17, making that $1.25 a pound. So since our last video, we really haven't had too much going on up here, just our daily chores and activities. We are getting back in the groove of things. I'm actually going to go down and harvest a head of cauliflower tonight. I'm really excited about that. Just so the garden, certain areas are starting to wind down, and I'm really, really looking forward to potato harvest. That'll happen in the month of September, as will the onions. So I'll probably go ahead and have you come down the garden with me for that, and see if we get a good one this year. Other than that, I've just been getting caught back up in the cabin. Dean's catching up on some things, and to keep you in the know, I go back to the doctor, to the surgeon on Thursday. I've been having some back issues again, and I'm going to see what she says. If you recall, way back last fall when I was having all these back issues before my surgery, it was kind of a thing of where they were going to give it their best shot. It wasn't the most ideal thing, because where they operated was at the apex of my scoliosis. But I've been having some pain again, enough to make me very uncomfortable in bed, and after being on my feet for a while, just kind of like last time. So we'll see what she says on Thursday. I will let you know. And I hope all of you are doing well and have a great week ahead. Again, thank you so much for joining us up on Rugged Mountain Homestead. We're always so glad when you do. I look forward to seeing you next time. And until then, take care.